Good day, viewers. You are welcome to another interesting edition of Agric discussion on your number one media platform, Agripreneur Inside TV. Agripreneur Inside TV is an online media platform that creates advocacy and awareness about food production in Nigeria. Today, we shall be looking into another sector that has to do with climate, the effects of climate, climatic effects on crops and livestock production in Nigeria. I am Bashir Abdulrazak Owolabi, which every one of you call Akwabeshi. I'm going to be today anchor. I have my stakeholder in the studio, someone that we actually discuss about the climate effect. We want to look into the impact of climate weather advisory on crops and livestock production in Nigeria. My guest today is going to introduce himself. I will not do the introduction. Can we please meet you, sir?
Yeah, good day, everyone. My name is Olaide Olawuwo from Ilorin. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Olaide Olawuwo from Ilorin. And he happens to be the initiator of True Organic Initiatives here in Ilorin as well. Once you hear about True Organic Initiative, you know he's a core farmer, someone that has always been on the field from morning till night. And today we want to look into this sector called climate, the effect or the impact of climate on our crops and livestock production. But before then, let me ask this question. What do you do at True Organic Initiative?
All right, thank you very much, sir. So I lead the team at True Organic Initiative. It's a community of livestock and crop farmers, and the whole idea is for us to say, let's self-organize ourselves to achieve food security. It's all about sharing knowledge, indigenous knowledge from scientific background, so that we can work together to ensure that we achieve food security. And we in agriculture, while growing up in the village, I understand the need, how farmers share knowledge and resources and information, and that helped them in the sense that nobody will be lag behind. They look at it, then they will be doing something like I've forgotten the Yoruba name, but if you are planting today, everybody will go to your farm to support you to plant. When you are harvesting, everybody will go there to harvest. If you want to do anything, they will work together. They are able to manage resources, manage human being, manage what they need to work with, and all of them grow together. Now, in the modern age, people are doing things in silos. We then felt that will not really help us to go forward. Other information technology, climate information, inputs, whatever, we advise people and say, okay, community, this is the update, this is what is happening. Let's work together, let's utilize this, and so that we can grow together. That's what we do at True Organic, and we're available online, True Organic, truorganic.org. That's our website. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much for that powerful and short introduction. He has been able to tell us what True Organic is all about. He made mention about rural farming, that some of our mothers they try to organize themselves like a kind of cooperative or a kind of cluster to actually assist one another on the farm. Thank you, my guest. Since you are able to tell us what True Organic is all about, what are those training or program or projects that True Organic have actually done so far?
All right, thank you very much. I think since 2020, we've been collaborating with Women and Environmental Resources Agenda. Their short form is an EDA. It's a national NGO based in Lagos. And what we've been doing is every year we bring stakeholders together, online, offline, to look at with the training from NIMET to look at weather forecast and how it affects livestock and crop farming, so that people can be guided on the onset, offset, when to plant, when to harvest, and what to look out for in as regard change in climate, so that we're not going to plant when there is no water and we're going to lose our resources. So farm calendar and other stuff are what we share from this organization. Also, we, with partnership with EDA and other organization also, we used to go to a flood-prone area to teach agrarian community farmers, to let them know that this is how to prepare for flood. This is what to do when this flood is coming. This is what to do after flood and what have you. So mostly we train farmers at Patigi, Edu, Kayama. Those are people that are very close to River Niger and are prone to flood every year. Apart from that, last year we also monitor distribution of inputs project that state government did with Rice Farmers Association of Nigeria also. Then apart from that, we also work community. We do training in terms of, because all this conversation is an ongoing conversation that we do regularly with farmer and cooperative, to see that how we can share information on the modern practices, how we can be productive in our business. So that ultimately the whole idea is that you agree with me that farmers have not gotten the real attention for them to achieve productivity, either from input, mechanization, resources for them to work together to achieve full productivity. As we continue to engage with government, both at the federal, state, and local level, we observe that the best approach is farmers to take it where it is big. Yoruba we say that so we work with farmers to see that how they can self-organize themselves to achieve food security and keep record to see there's progress in what they are doing.
Yeah, thank you very much. So farmers will be at this thing. He has been able to highlight some of the projects and some of the things that have been done so far. He mentioned some farmers at Patiki, Kayamon, that they have a close relationship with them. He also mentioned the distribution of input supply that was done by the state government. Now I want to ask this question: is it only here in Ilorin that through initiative domicile, or you course across the 36 states of Nigeria?
All right, thank you very much. So our headquarters is in Ilorin here, but we work across the 30 states with partners. And like the relationship with TEDA, they have a factual training.
TEDA, can you give us the full meaning of TEDA so that we'll
it's not EDA is EDA is Human and Environmental Development Agenda. Okay. That's the name of the NGO, but the short form is HEDA. EDA. Now, EDA as a national NGO, in 2020 they were doing climate information training for farmers in Adamawa. I just saw it on Twitter and I joined the meeting. From there I said, you guys, you must come to Ilorin, and that's how we have that relationship. So basically we work with projects across 30 states and Abuja, but our head office is in Ilorin, but we work with other organizations also. We collaborate with other NGO in Nigeria across different thematic areas, as long as agriculture, either livestock and crop.
Yeah, thank you. We want to look into the climate information. As we are now, we are in the month of September. By now, we believe that there are some parts in Nigeria that this particular part have been flooded with water, and some of our farmers are not actually happy. Is it that we don't have information regarding the weather condition, or some of our farmers don't actually follow this information being released out by NIMET and even the state and federal governments?
All right, thank you very much, sir. Of course, we know that what is even the climate change that we are talking about. Àwọn àgbàrá ń pè ní ìyípadà ojú ọjọ́, and ìdí tí ìyípadà ojú ọjọ́ fi ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní kókó náà ni pé àwọn iṣẹ́ tí ènìyàn ń ṣe lójoojúmọ́ tí ó jẹ́ kí àwọn human activities òun ló fà tí ìyípadà ojú ọjọ́ fi ń ṣẹlẹ̀. Ṣùgbọ́n tí ìyípadà ojú ọjọ́ fi ń ṣẹlẹ̀, àwọn ìgbésẹ̀ wo là ń gbé tó fi jẹ́ pé ìyípadà yìí kò fi ní ṣàkóbá fún iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ wa. So a ní àjọ kan tá à ń pè ní NIMET. Ìkan tí NIMET ṣe ni kí wọ́n máa ń fún wa ní daily data. Wọ́n máa ń fún wa ní data ọjọ́ mẹ́ta, ọ̀sẹ̀ kan, oṣù kan oṣù mẹ́ta àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ láì jẹ́ pé yóò ràn wá lọ́wọ́ láti sọ pé kí òjò máa kọ̀ báyìí. So a ní àjọ tá à ń pè ní NIMET, Nigeria Meteorological Agency. Ojúṣe wọn ni pé láti ràn wá lọ́wọ́ láti jẹ́ pé gbogbo àwọn ìyípadà ojú ọjọ́ yìí kí wọ́n fún wa ní information lórí rẹ̀, ìgbà olójò máa rọ̀, ìgbà olójò ní rọ̀, ìgbà wo ni ọ̀dá ó ṣẹlẹ̀. Ìyẹn á ràn wá lọ́wọ́ láti lè mọ̀ ìgbà tá a lè gbìn, ìgbà tá a lè fún tí fàpẹrẹsìn tí weather bá gbóná. Ó túmọ̀ sí pé a advise àwọn livestock farmer pé ẹ fún àwọn nǹkan ọ̀sìn lóúnjẹ nídàájí nígbà tí nǹkan tutù, ẹ fún wọn lálẹ́ nígbà tí ò sóòrùn. During the day ẹ lè fi block sínú omi wọn, ẹ jẹ́ kí ventilation wà àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. So àwọn information tó bá sọ fún wa pé nǹkan báyìí báyìí ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀, lẹ́ni òjò máa pọ̀, lẹ́ni òjò ní pọ̀, lẹ́ni tójò bá máa pọ̀, ẹ ṣe charcoal ẹ gbé sí àárín ilé adìẹ èédú kí wọ́n fi ríbi tí yóò warm environment. So àjọ tó máa ń fún wa ní information lórí ìyípadà ojú ọjọ́, òjò rọ̀, òjò ní rọ̀, yóò gbóná lẹ́ni yóò tutù lọ́la, òun ni NIMET. Àwọn normal information tó máa ń fún wa ló máa ń ràn wá lọ́wọ́ láti jẹ́ pé ká mọ ìgbésẹ̀ tá a gbé. Ṣùgbọ́n bí àjọ iṣẹ́ ń gbìyànjú títí wọn, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìgbéjáde tó ń jáde lọ́dọ̀ wọn lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ gbà online ló máa ń wà, èdè ìbólà orí afẹ́fẹ́ ló máa ń wà, èdè ìbólà ló máa ń ṣe. Àwọn àgbẹ̀wò òdẹ̀ sí lórí afẹ́fẹ́ àyàfi tábà tanra wa jẹ. So àwọn ọ̀nà àwọn ìgbìyànjú tá a ti ń ṣe látẹ̀yìnwá òun ni pé ká kó àwọn extension agent jọ àtàwọn other farm manager láti máa share àwọn information yìí pẹ̀lú wọn. Àwọn náà wá tún máa share pẹ̀lú àwọn àgbẹ̀ wa. Ṣùgbọ́n eléyìí nǹkan ò tó, a nílò láti lo àwọn rédíò, àwọn TV, àwọn community village, àwọn traditional ruler wa tó fi jẹ́ pé a lè máa sọ àwọn information yìí ní local language wa. Fàpẹẹrẹ sìn nígbà tá à ń dàgbà a rí alágo ọba, wọ́n jíǹdàjí, wọ́n sọ pé wọ́n á kéde káàkiri àgbékalẹ̀ bí a ṣe ń pín information àti nǹkan tó bá ń lọ nínú ìlú nìyẹn. So the same thing, ìjọba wa, olóríjorí àtẹni tí èsì ìjọba, gbogbo àwọn tó bá fẹ́ràn iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀, a gbọ́dọ̀ wo ọ̀nà láti jẹ́ pé àwọn àgbẹ̀ wa tí wọn ò sí online, bí information yóò ṣe dọ́dọ̀ wọn tó fi jẹ́ pé a fi lè ràn wọ́n lọ́wọ́ láti plan, láti mọ̀ba, láti gbìn, tó fi jẹ́ pé iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ tí wọ́n ń ṣe ìyípadà ojú ọjọ́ òfin ní kó bá jù.
Ẹ ṣe àlejò mi ti fọ́ sí yẹ́yẹ́. He has been able to explain so many things. Wọ́n ti ṣàlàyé ìyípadà ojú ọjọ́ fún wa, fún àwa tí, for some of us that we don't really understand the English and the Yoruba version. He was able to explain the climate effect in relation to crop production and livestock production. That some of our farmers, we need to actually make sure that whenever there is a kind of climate change, that we should watch our livestock. To buy pony domini when they need water or they need block, we should make provision for that. And for some of our livestock as well, we should make sure that if there is ventilation using charcoal, edu, we should be able to provide that. And for some of our government, we need to be involved in information dissemination. Online alone cannot actually solve this problem. We should go to radio stations. We should make use of the town crier that we use in those days now. That we should start making awareness. Don't you think that going through the old way of announcing NIMET information?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé ṣe rí bí ojú ṣe ń là sí àwọn ọ̀nà tí à ń gbà ṣe nǹkan ó gbọ́dọ̀ máa bẹ́tà sí. Ṣùgbọ́n kò sí bí ìmọ̀ technology ṣe fẹ́ bí technology jẹ́ nǹkan tó ń ràn wá lọ́wọ́ láti jẹ́ pé àgbékalẹ̀ àti bá ṣe ń pín ìròyìn láàrin ara wa kó tẹ̀síwájú sí. So lórí ìbéèrè tẹ́ béèrè, àwọn ọ̀nà tá a lè gbé kalẹ̀ náà ni pé fàpẹẹrẹ sìn a ní àwọn ilé-iṣẹ́ ìròyìn káàkiri, àwọn radio station wà káàkiri, TV náà wà káàkiri. Kò sí nǹkan tó burú tí ìjọba àtàwọn private àti public radio and TV station bá fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ láì jẹ́ pé kò ìròyìn yìí o a máa sọ fáwọn àgbẹ̀ ní 30 minutes 20 minutes 30 minutes lójoojúmọ́ a máa announce pé kó láago 12 o òjò rọ̀ o láago 12 kan gbóná o ká níròyìn fún àwọn àgbẹ̀ bí Agripreneur Insight ń ṣe àwọn traditional media radio wa àti TV wa wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ join Agripreneur Insight TV lórí àgbékalẹ̀ ìròyìn àti information fún àwọn àgbẹ̀. What I'm saying in short is that Agripreneur Insight TV is doing a lot. So what we are doing here, the mass radio and TV in collaboration, both private and public, in collaboration with government, must see it as a point of duty to disseminate agricultural and climate information to our farmer every day. On top of news that that is going out every hour or by 12, by 9, by 3, by 4, we should be able to have brief moment to say that this is weather update. Farmer, if you are a livestock farmer, this is what you do. Fish farmers should do this, crop farmers should do this. With that, it will help us to disseminate information to the unreached in our content, because all our farmers, they are not online.
Now, thank you. What I want to ask, because when you are talking about climate information dissemination, some how do I say it, a conventional TV or radio, they do come out with weather forecast. Maybe at the end of their news, whatever they give us. Are you saying the weather forecast should not be restricted to the air alone, because they focus on the air, those in the plane, whatever? They should also bring it down to the farmers, because in Yema Yato, the one we are looking at, Ojo, we are just looking at for those people that are traveling using air. Why not restrict it down to the farmers as well, so that they should come out with, because they'll say they are giving out weather forecast, but is it related to farming production?
So what happened is that the weather forecast that is going out every day is also good, but we need the application of that for agriculture.
Good.
Because I know that the weather forecast that's being used in the aviation sector, like you did mention, it's help in planning, because if the weather is not clear, plane will not fly.
Yeah.
That is area of aviation and also safety. But as we know that no man can do without food, even if you are fasting, you have to break. In fact, you will drink water before any other thing. And what that means is that hunger should not be, food is a right of Nigeria and every living citizen, including livestock. And we just need to be deliberate in breaking down this information for agriculture, for livestock, for crop, so that both agricultural production will improve. We cannot achieve food security if we are not supporting farmer agripreneur with the right information that will help them to plan and manage their farm and livestock appropriately.
Especially farmer at the grassroots level.
Farmer at the grassroots. So that's why beyond reading weather forecast, there's need for us to break it down to say, okay, today it's going to be hot by 12. Livestock farmer, feed your animal before 8 o'clock. In the afternoon, make sure there is ventilation, hard cold block inside their water. So when we break this information down for livestock farmer, for crop farmer, they'll be able to take that information appropriately. All what we are saying must be done in local language. Hausa nínú Kwara State Ìlọrin sìn, a gbọ́dọ̀ máa ṣe ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́, information yìí gbọ́dọ̀ jáde ní Yorùbá, Hausa, Fulfilde, Fulani àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ, tí a fi ran àwọn àgbẹ̀ ohun ọ̀sìn àti nǹkan ọ̀gbìn lọ́wọ́ láti lè fi ṣe gbé ìgbésẹ̀ tó bá tọ́ àti tó yẹ tí òfin ní jù. Fápẹ́rẹ́ sìn, téèyàn bá lọ tí òjò bá rọ̀, téèyàn bá òpójò máa rọ̀ tó lọ apply fertilizer sí àgbàdo, ẹ̀gẹ́, kérò rẹ̀, òjò á rọ̀ yóò wúlò fún. But tí ò bá ní information pójò rọ̀ tó bá lọ apply fertilizer, bí fertilizer ṣe wọ́n báyìí, fertilizer yẹn kò ní lè ṣiṣẹ́, yóò waste ni. In fact, lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ gbà ó tún lè affect ohun ọ̀gbìn tí a ti gbìn. So a gbọ́dọ̀ gbé ìròyìn jáde nípa ìyípadà ojú ọjọ́, climate information tó wá látọ̀dọ̀ NIMET fún àwọn àgbẹ̀ wa ní èdè tí yóò yé wọn lórí rédíò àti TV, tí àwọn àgbẹ̀ á sì lè lò láti fi ṣiṣẹ́. And a lè ṣiṣẹ́ papọ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn extension agent and other stakeholders
Thank you very much, my guest. He has been able to explain in details. You are welcome back from that short commercial musical break. Just like I said, Agripreneur Inside TV. This is an online media platform that creates food awareness and food security in Nigeria. This is one of the first platforms that we show Agric news. We disseminate Agric news on a daily basis. And just like we have heard from my guest, he said so many online media platforms, be it digital or terrestrial, we need to come out with agricultural weather advisory on a daily basis. Aside from the aviation sector, we also need to inform our farmers. The phone is now there, WhatsApp, information sharing, YouTube, TikTok. At your pleasure time, you can just view Kilo and share what is happening today. And we want you to engage us. By the time you engage us, please, we need to be engaging. If you don't engage, there might not be productivity. Now, my guest is still in the studio. Let's continue with our conversation. Now, let's look into those crops that need to be planted as we are in the rainy season now, or either rainy season or dry season. My guest, what are those crops, or what are those animal or even livestock production, or even crop that we need to be engaging in planting at a particular weather condition? You know, we have rainy season and dry season.
All right, thank you very much, sir. So, as regards crop or livestock we can embark on, depending on the rainy or dry season, that's the place of knowledge, and we need to continue to watch Agripreneur Inside TV. For instance, of course, there's no limit to what we can do, but it's all about having the right information. For instance, I will suggest that based on experience, we as much as possible, for instance, if you want to buy goods or buy rabbit or any ruminants, as much as possible, when you have hot weather in the north and rainy weather in the south, don't bring animal. Otherwise, the change in environment will lead to that. I've had this engagement because when we have crisis, where I spoke with vet doctor from IIT, and we advised that we made a mistake of buying goat from Kano to rear in Ilorin
at a particular time
that is hot, and we've actually lost all the goats. So the best approach is buy your animal from closer nearby states
that have the same
weather, because when there is change in environment, there can be crisis. That is livestock. And of course, as I've said earlier, we need to continue to engage with different stakeholders and listen to the information. When there is weather, when the weather is hot, we should feed our animal early in the morning and late in the night, and possibly provide light for them so that they can eat throughout the night. That's weather is cool. During the day, it's not advisable to feed them. Just continue to give them water, because when they eat, they won't be able to confide the feed appropriately, and that will not be good for our business. So when we just need to join community like your cooperative, so that people will continue to belong to farmer and cooperative in cluster, so that you continue to learn from people, see what is working, and you can adopt that going forward. But apart from that, we can do vertical stack farming at home. We can do we can site location close to river if we don't have water to irrigate what we are doing during the rainy season. You can look at people that have access to water, because if you want to do crop farming, it just like sometimes I keep telling people that if, for instance, we are doing broiler or layer, you give them feed so that they become big and also lay egg. But farmer used to cheat crop. They will not apply fertilizer, they will not give them water, and they expect them to do well. Agriculture is a business, and it should be treated in such a way. No,
there are some water that they will not.
They will not. They will not. Part of this approach is sometimes you treat your soil, you put in cow dung or livestock. That's what sometimes we talk about integrated farming. The waste from your poultry, or from the water from the waste from your poultry, the water you've discharged from the pond, put it to irrigate, to apply on your vegetable farm and the like. So then whatever you need to do also, it's also appropriate that you understand that grow what you have market for. If you are doing cucumber, if you are doing lettuce, if you are doing ewedu, whatever you are doing, make sure that there's a market for it. Because at the end of the day, whatever you raise. In fact, the best approach is that go and look for market before
before
plan,
starting.
Before starting, so that by the time you invest your time and resources into what you are doing, you won't be stranded, because what you are growing at the point of harvest, you cannot eat them alone. So a doctor just reached out to me that he has 4 acres of cassava and maize, and they are looking forward to see how they can get a dehydrator so that they can process and add value to it going forward. So and that's an information that even before you harvest, if you didn't do that before planting, as you are approaching the time of harvesting, you need to reach out to people. Either you want to sell the output or you want to add value to it. You must continue to learn, engage with other people in the same value chain, so that you can learn from farmer and cluster and cooperative, so that we can be better in the how we add value to our products, and also reach to farmer and other market that can buy what we are selling.
Thank you. Yeah, we are still continuing with this conversation, and my guest has actually talked about value addition a little bit. I want you to dwell more regarding that, because see, I keep saying that in agriculture, the newest way of making money is in the value addition. The production field is actually saturated. Look into the processor, the value addition, even the logistic, the transportation. Those are the areas that we make money now. Now, let's look into the value addition, because from research, 45% of our farm produce are actually lost to post-harvest losses. How do we tackle this problem?
All right. So the data out there is saying between, if you look at the data very well, is between 45 and 60%. Depends on what you are looking at. Either you are looking at tomato, fish, cashew, perishable. Exactly, focusing on the perishable good. What it implies that, and that affect our food import will be. So if our farmer have done a lot in achieving productivity, if they are not paying attention to value addition, then there will be waste. So part of what we could do is, one, ask question before you harvest your livestock or crop. Then leverage on organizations like Nigeria Stock Product Research Institute, NISPRI. They are available here in Ilorin. You can go to, if you have what you want to, before you harvest, you can reach out to them. They have different technology that can help you to preserve and add value to your product, so that, one, you will not sell in distress, two, you will not run at loss, and your harvest will not be a waste. So you leverage on available technology to add value to your product, and that can give you time to plan. And logistics is also part of this. People moving good from place to place can also work with you to see how you can add value to your product. You won't sell at distress, and it will not be waste. So when we look at to all this, and sometimes some of this stuff will just be that, okay, I'm going to sell in the next 1 month, but how can I dry my maize? How can I dry my vegetable? How can I reduce? In fact, it's not even dry again. How can I remove water from the vegetable? So that at the end of the day, by the time you want to use it, it's still the same quality, but we've taken away water that will make it to for us to experience post-harvest loss. So we need to reach out to different organizations, cooperative, to engage and leverage on existing technology, because at the end of the day, you may not have money to buy dryer, dehydrator and the rest, but you could rent, like from NISPRI or other organization that
or even come as a group, then approach them.
Yes, approach them. They can reach out to you, they can reach out to me, for them to be guided. And as a result, you can comment on this video, ask question, see how you can be supported. When you ask question before you experience post-harvest loss, you can be guided appropriately to see how you can add value to your product, so that you not sell at the distress and you will not experience post-harvest loss.
Let's use this medium for viewers at home to actually release your contact, and even where you are visible on social media. Before we forget, can you please let us know your visibility on social media, your TikTok, your Facebook, whatever, and your contact number, so that viewers can actually reach out to you? Because where we are here is to actually provide solution. Farmers, we are going through a lot. So if these are our own little way of giving back to the community, we know someday, somehow, it will definitely bring more to us. Please let us have.
All right. So on all social media, I'm Olaide Olawuwo on all social media, and my organization, Go Through Organic Initiative, we are available on all social media: LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, all social media were available through Organic Initiative Olaide Olawo, and for my number is 070 36 30 5205. Odo AJ Odo Eta Ẹ̀fà Ẹ̀ta Odo Àrún Èjì Odo Àrún is 070 36 30 5205. Yẹn náà wà available lórí WhatsApp.
Thank you very much. Just like I keep saying, Agripreneur Inside TV, we are your #1 online media platform when it comes to agriculture information dissemination. We give you daily news as far as agric news is concerned, weather condition, news, whatever information, events, training, capacity training, even jobs opportunity. We also disseminate it here. For some of you that want to engage us, we are here in Ilorin, the state of Harmony, at Fadama Junction, Ajegunle Road, off Egbejila, Ilorin, Kwara State. You can reach us on all social media platforms. Let us be engaging. Let us be productive. Let us bring your product here. Remember, it is when you support us, that's when you will go. It is for us. If what's it called? If this particular program or this station closed down, it shows that farmer, we don't really like each other. But we know it's not going to go down. We are going to grow. It's just a matter of time. Now let's continue with our conversation. We discovered that, my guest, this year is like the rain has actually stopped. We are in September, early September. By now we should be having rain. I remember May, June, early June, we also have some stoppage in rain. What do you think is the cause? Then how do we actually make sure that we don't have food scarcity in the coming year?
All right, thank you very much, sir. And then I also want to urge our fewer agripreneur who should support Agripreneur Inside TV. Bring your advert, bring your product, let them loud it, and share, engage, and continue to watch this media. Now, as regard the question, we actually talk at length as regard the impact of climate change on our agricultural activities, and that speaks to the fact that we need to continue to engage with climate information from NIMET that will help us in planning, because climate change has become part of us. So, and we'll be seeing irregular rain will be too much in one place. Some people will experience flood, some will not, and there'll be that will also speak to different NGO and government to see how they can support livestock and crop farmer to build resilience and mitigation, because the challenge we have now, we need to look at the approach of, for instance, where there's shortage of water, we should be able to see how people can leverage on water irrigation to support that, so that the drought will not affect the crop. And where we have we can dig a borehole for livestock farmers so that they can have access to water to feed their livestock, either fish, goats, ram, cattle, snail, poultry, fish, and the rest of it. And with that, because it will help them to build a standard that, okay, if the rain is not falling, they will work with alternative they have so that it will not affect their productivity. But generally, as we ensure that we leverage on climate information regularly, that will help us to build resilience and ensure that we are not exposed to the shock of climate change, we then begin to look at the provision on ground to mitigate the impact of the climate change. And part of it basically for crop farmer, before you embark on your business, look at there is adequate source of water. There is a project we did at Fufu Ilorin South. Unfortunately, the stream that we depend on got dried off, and it affects our vegetable farming 3 years ago. So, but the advice there is that ensure that the source of water is guaranteed before before the planting of the crop. And the same thing also is applicable. That's why the fact that during rainy season we may not need much water because rain will fall. But the source of water that is guaranteed also will serve as a buffer in case we have a spell in rainy season. And also the livestock farmer, if you know that, ensure that the water you are giving to your animal is clean and safe, and understand when to feed them, early in the morning, provide light to feed it so that they can heat throughout the night, and during the day that is what it's not the best time to feed them. Then they continue to take water, put hot cold block inside their water. So some of this thing is a continuous engagement within your cooperative, within your cluster, to get information, to plan and look at different options that can help in case there is no water, then in case there is no feed, in case we need to bring in solar or whatever, we need to power the pen house, so that we need to change water regularly, because there are times that you may be allowed to leave water in your fish pond for 3 or 4 days. That may be time that you need to change it every day. So we need to leverage on information, climate information out there, so that we can plan appropriately, so that we not be too exposed to the impact of climate change.
Yeah, thank you very much, my guest. I was thinking of something when you're actually talking about mitigating the effect, because as it is now, flood has been a major problem, and we have said climate change has stayed with us. Now, the consequence effect is on farmers.
Yes.
Because of course, you are able to make sure that government agency need to come into place. Don't you think farmer also need to be informed in insurance policy? So we need to also insure our business. See, before you should be able to have a protective measure. I don't think some of our farmers, I don't think we insure our business. Don't you think we need to look into farm insurance of livestock and crop production?
Thank you very much. I am coming to that, and thank you that you start it. Like, so even our self insurance is very key.
Okay, woman insurance.
Woman insurance is also key, because you see, last week I was in Lagos, and we have this conversation around, for instance, we, like in your cooperative, people join your cooperative, they can have access to facility to support their farm. But the question we're asking is that, if that farmer falls sick in the course of accessing loan of 5 million, 10 million to do fish farming, what will happen? That farmer will have to go and treat himself, and there is probability that he's going to put hand into the loan facility we gave him to support his recovery. But now, as you raise it, there's that analogy that there's need for us to begin to pay attention to livestock, agricultural insurance, and woman insurance, because the whole idea about the insurance is that it's a buffer that is, you are in a community. If there is crisis, it will help you to recover. Because if you don't make that provision of insurance for yourself and for your livestock, if you fall sick, you are paying out of pocket. And the data out there say that 75% of Nigeria are paying out of pocket. So if there's no insurance,
there's no provision for that.
If you don't purchase his premium insurance, and for goodness sake, we now have public insurance, both for crop, livestock, and also human being, so that if you fall sick, you are not paying out of pocket.
So the public insurance is from where?
So the public insurance, it's for both livestock and crop, and they are available in the Ilorin here. It's part of what we do.
Can you please educate us, because we want to learn?
All right. Thank you very much. So for crop farming and livestock, we have what I mean by public insurance is insurance from government agency.
Okay.
And they do it at 2%.
Okay.
So now, and what that implies that in case of any challenges, in fact, people that want to give you loan facility, they be rest assured that this man will return money because if there's insurance, because
there's a backup for that.
Yes, if in case there's any challenges, it means that this guy has made provision, and they be rest assured that we do all risk assessment and mitigation to ensure that there's no problem.
How will our farmer have access to this public insurance? We want farmers to enjoy from this benefit. See, that's the essence of this platform.
I've given out my number, and they have your number. They can engage you with this video and reach out to you, so that we can support all those farmers. For instance, let me give a sample from health insurance now for human being. Now, to treat malaria or what have you alone, you won't spend between 10 and 20,000. But we are saying, come and buy insurance of 20,000 per annum.
Okay.
And basically, you go to hospital, you assess care, and you don't be spending out of your pocket. So the concept of insurance for a farmer is that if you purchase insurance, what it implies that in case there is crisis, you won't
They
be
will be there
sweating.
to cushion the effect for
They'll
you.
be there to help you to recover from that crisis,
Loss.
both for yourself and for your
the
animal
business.
and for and these are insurance that is cheaper. But a lot of people got to know about big HMO that why that
It's because we
500,000.
don't know. See, that is the essence of this platform. If we are not deliberating now, I myself, I don't know. That's the most important thing. Because I've approached so many organizations, and what they're actually bringing on board is effect bawani now.
Yes,
do
course.
you actually know what this business is all about? Is farming now? No. That means you are doing your own business. You know you are doing business, but be considerate. But with this now, we can disseminate this information to our farmers. That okay, well, let's give it a trial. If it works, we start propagating it. It's now turned to what the gospel. We don't have any of that option. That is the essence of this conversation, so that we deliberate, we share ideas for our farmers to benefit. Remember, if you don't add value to me, you are not useful.
Yes.
A farmer out there, they want to know what Agripreneur Initiative is bringing on table.
Yes.
If you are not bringing something meaningful, so many of us don't know. By the time we share this information to them, they are benefited. So if you ask them to pay a token, they will not be mine. I mean, they will all be mine. But the most important thing is that information is power, just like we have said. In continue about more, you have long one. So since we don't know, you are here to educate us. Don't worry, our farmers will engage you. Right?
Thank you.
You are still listening to you are still viewing your favorite online media platform, Agripreneur Inside TV, where we disseminate agricultural information and food security. We are still on that conversation, which is impact of weather advisory on crops and livestock production in Nigeria, and we are able to streamline ourselves to weather information and the effect of NIMET. That we need information that we should be engaging on a daily basis as far as agricultural information is concerned. My guest is still in the building, and we have been deliberating. We have dished out so many information for farmers. Don't worry, I'll pass the information down to you. You know now, I don't need to chop all this thing alone. That's why we are here for you. Now, my guest, let's look into the business aspect of agriculture, because we know some of our youth, they don't want to be involved in agriculture. Let's be sincere. The entertainment sector has dominated that area. The football, the fashion, whatever. And we felt that for some of us that we still have passion, and people like you, what are those areas that are people that, I don't want to do production, is there other ways that our youth should know that agriculture is a viable business? What are those business aspects that they need to be engaged or involved in?
All right, thank you very much. So I think we understand that the business part of agriculture is not only production, and the reality is that if you don't have the required knowledge and skill, don't go into production, because it's for people that can take risk and are versatile as regards the knowledge concerned. But for young people out there, you can serve as extension agents, sharing this information with farmer in your community. As well, they look at people that are observing their National Youth and Service NYC core member. Anywhere they have farmer there, they can share information online from the Agripreneur Insight with their farmer. And when they provide this information, the farmer will be, because it's going to be a useful information for them. Like we just did mention that, okay, if you have, let's say 20 farmers in your cluster, and in your community that you are, let's say you are outside the learning or that local government or that small community, and they don't have access to the online, and you can't have access, and you have access to the online, and you can share this information with the farmer, because it's helping them, you can make money from there. For instance, if you have farmer, let's say you are in Saragi and you are a COP member, and you have 20 farmers in your cluster, and they have maize to sell, and you are selling feed in learning, and that person says, okay, sir, Agripreneur Insight, I have 2 tons of maize from Saragi, they want to sell it. So it can serve as bringing that information to you, and you have the conversation, they will send the good, you pay, and it's a mix from there, you'll be able to get this commission. Now look at the frequency of what you can do per week, per month,
as a middleman
per year.
Or an aggregator.
It's not really as a middleman, because when we talk about the middleman, people may misinterpret it. What we are saying is that he
an intermediary.
Is an intermediary, is with the farmer, and the farmer are not online, and he is online, and he can we have farmer here, they have 100 bag of maize they want to sell. He share that information with Agripreneur Insight. Agripreneur Insight can help to serve as a market to buy up those products. So what we are saying here is that as a youth club member, as a youth in that locality where you have items that farmer want to buy, why don't you engage with Agripreneur Insight, engage with people that can buy those products so that they will not experience post-harvest loss. And it's, I always advise that it's good that you go that journey with farmer. If you support them when they need to buy input, come here. As Agripreneur Insight, you want to buy seed, you want to buy fingerling, you want to buy feed for our this thing. By the time it's approaching them to harvest, we can also get advisory service that, okay, what should we do when we observe X, Y, Z? So apart from climate information, the global best practices to grow your maize, to grow your fish, to grow your fingerling, to grow your goats and other things that you are doing, you can reach out to Agripreneur Insight or other stakeholders and you support the farmer. By the time they want to sell, that's we are planning to harvest, we are having 20 bag of, we are having 20 kg, we are having 30 kg, we are having
market is already there for
so because you have been working with farmer along that process, by the time they want to sell, you can also help them to facilitate how to sell, and they get their money and without leaving the farm and everything is okay. So beyond that, if you are in a community where farmer are growing fish and they want to sell, we can, like we did mention, you can leverage on partnership of reach out to where can I get smoking fish to process this fish. Then you add value to it, then you can sell it in a better you can sell it with a better value because now it's a processed fish. And these are part of different stuff that, but first of all, you yourself, you must learn to see, okay, where are the opportunity, what is available for me. Like I did mention, what is available, it is fish that is available. If the fish is available, reach out to people that want to buy fish. Then you can just, okay, how can we process it? Then you'll be advised on what you can do to process it before you can sell at a smoke or dry fish.
Yeah, thank you very much. My guest has been able to tell us some of those business aspects. Youths out there are so many business potential and business opportunity as far as agriculture is concerned. Please don't limit yourself. I keep saying, if you limit yourself, you'll not be able to go. Fine, there might be challenges, there might be obstacles, you will fall. It's a matter of time. Rise up again, and the sky is up there looking up to you. Now, my case, on the final note, we know Agripreneur Insight TV is the first of its kind, and we have been able to disseminate agricultural information for close to, I think, 10 or 11 months now. We should be clocking the year by November, and we know that we are even going beyond that. What will you say regarding this initiative of Agripreneur Insight TV?
All right, thank you very much, sir. So what I will say as regard this initiative is that this is a dedicated platform focusing on food security. If you see the data as regard as a nation, what we are importing, it should be shameful for us. And that's why I did mention that even our traditional radio and TV, they need to see a bit of collaboration in sharing agricultural information that can help our farmer. Now, initiative like Agripreneur Insight TV is unique in such a way that it's focusing on key sector of our economy. For data out there, over 20% agricultural sector is the highest sector, is the sector that contributes highest to Nigeria GDP.
Very correct.
2 digits, over 20%.
Very
and the implication of that is that if what it implies that we have a comparative advantage, a sector that employ highest number of Nigeria, a sector that we can't do without, people must eat daily. Why don't we pay attention to that sector, and stakeholders that are disseminating information will support an organization like this so that people, farmers can get more information, stakeholders can get information, and we can achieve, that is only then we can achieve food security. Because if we need to eat and we are not paying attention to getting information to farmers that are producing, smallholder farmers that are producing food for us, it means that we are not being serious, we are not being deliberate, we are not paying attention to the critical sector of our economy, and we are joking with food insecurity. So there's need for us to support organization that is dedicated to working with large number of Nigeria for us to achieve food security so that they can support farmer more and farmer can produce better food for us. And what that implies that we are promoting food we are producing decent work and economic growth, and we are tackling food security. And when we do all this, it means that we are helping people, we are eliminating poverty in our nation.
Yeah, thank you very much. He has been able to say so much as far as food production and food security is concerned. We are using, just like he said, he's calling on so many agency, government organization, private organization, feed company, organization. Let's partner, let's collaborate, let's move this sector. He said agriculture contribute over 20% of GDP. That that shows that this particular sector cannot be neglected. We neglect what we put in. So many of us don't even consider our food hygienic. We just put anything in our stomach. It shouldn't be. We'll not be complaining of disease or whatever. So we are using this medium to call on all stakeholders. Let us collaborate. Let us partner. Let us work together. On that note, we'll be engaging in food production and food security. On the final note, we'll be drawing today curtain with this particular note, which is that for you to put anything in your stomach, make sure that your food hygienic is what needs to be put in your stomach. My guest, hope when we call on you some other time, you also call, you welcome our request.
Of course, like you did mention, there's need for us to collaborate, engage, and this is a conversation that we need to have regularly, because we need to talk, we need to enlighten each other, we need to learn, and we need to work together, holding our farmer, sharing information, so that we can achieve food security when we do better with our farmer in cluster, and when they have the right information, they will do better in agriculture. Thank you.
Let's use business for them to know, for our viewers to know you, your name, your organization, your phone number, and your social media again, because I want that thing to be ringing in our mind.
Thank you very much. My name is Olaide Olawu. My organization is True Organic Initiative, and we work with both livestock and crop farmer when it comes to information, access to market input, and we'll be willing to see that agriculture is supported with the right information and resources for us to achieve productivity. I'm available on 070 3630 5205. Is 070 3630 5205, and we're available on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, X, and Instagram also at Olaide Olawu, and also at True Organic Initiative. Thank you very much.
Thank you, viewers at home. Hope you have enjoyed today's discussion on impact of weather advisory on crop and livestock production. Just like I keep saying, Agripreneur Inside TV is an online media platform that disseminates agricultural information. We come on your way every Tuesday and Thursday with the program Agric Discussion, where we engage practitioners, professionals, academics, even farmers can join us on this. Just like I said, Agripreneur Inside TV, and the program is Agric Discussion. We come on your way every Tuesday and Thursday to discuss about the trendy issue happening in the agricultural sector. I remain your humble self. I am Bashir Abdulrazak Owolabi, which every one of you call Akwabeshi. Till we meet again, great farmer, great nation.
Agripreneur Inside TV, promoting food security through Agripreneur.